YouTubers are making millions of dollars from boxing. But how the hell did these people go from making videos for the internet to making millions of dollars boxing and fighting one of the best boxers of all time, Floyd Mayweather? And I get it. At first, it looks like this makes no sense at all, but with a closer look, you'll realize just how calculated all of this actually is. The people that are pioneering this movement are Jake and Logan Paul.
Jake Paul is the biggest fight in boxing right now.
YouTube star Jake Paul. He says his pay-per-view fight brought in $75 million this weekend.
How did the Pauls do this? How the fuck? If you told me 2 years ago that Logan Paul would be fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, so I want to know how exactly Jake and Logan Paul are making so much money from boxing, and along the way, figure out if this is the future of the sport. But to really understand their success, we need to go back. It's August 2nd, 2017. A video titled Boxing Match, Joe Weller versus Malfoy was just uploaded to YouTube. There was nothing really special about this fight, like Joe ended up winning pretty easily. But what he did at the end of the video changed the course of YouTube and boxing forever.
Alright, reporting live from our balcony in Ibiza. Obviously following this fight, I've continued training. I've become a better fighter. And let's face it, Theo was just the beginning. Now, as the champion of boxing on YouTube, I am calling out for anyone that is brave enough to take me on.
Joe declared himself the YouTube boxing champion and challenged anyone to face him. This challenge was accepted by the English YouTuber KSI. This fight had an actual press conference and was heavily promoted on YouTube and other social platforms. The fight was live streamed on YouTube and it generated millions of views. The fight was trending worldwide on Twitter, resulting in mass media attention. This fight really showed the power of YouTube and the creator economy when it's used correctly. KSI was declared the winner by TKO in the 3rd round. And as he was basking in his glory, he decided to do this.
Obviously, a man's got this belt right now. If any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care.
Okay, but first, before we go and talk about this fight and all of the money, it's important for us to go back and talk about where the Pauls were at in their career. It's the year 2006, and two brothers obsessed with the YouTube channel Smosh decided to create a channel of their own called Zoosh. These two brothers were, of course, Jake and Logan Paul. They uploaded silly pranks and sketches to their channel. And even from this young of an age, they were already selling merch and products to their audience.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, we opened an online store. Then you might want to check that out, maybe buy some stuff. Get some clothing, you know.
They may have been young, man, but hey, they were already hustling trying to get that back. You gotta respect it. And then in 2014, the short form video app Vine was released. Both Jake and Logan Paul absolutely dominated this platform. Jake amassed a following of 5.3 million and Logan had 9.4 million. However, Vine eventually disappeared and so did most of the Vine creators. But Jake and Logan were able to stay relevant by transitioning their focus over to YouTube. They both formed successful YouTube channels and gained millions of subscribers by posting vlogs that were catered to a younger audience, to say the least.
Let's go!
But the brothers were at the pinnacle of success, bringing in millions of dollars.
I was like, hey Jake, wanna hear something crazy? He's like, yeah. I was like, 3 days ago, I sold $1 million in merch in that one day. He's like, you really made it? I was like, no, wait. You know what's even crazier? He's like, yeah. I was like, I did the same thing the next day. And then I was like, let me stop you there. I did the same thing the day after that.
But it's hard to stay at the top forever. Logan posted a certain vlog that shall not be named, but practically got him canceled. And Jake Paul was all over the news being Jake Paul.
Tonight, residents in a West Hollywood neighborhood are angry. They say they've had enough of the chaos created by a social media star known for his crazy antics.
Both brothers were at the lowest point in their career, and they were probably the most hated people on the platform at the time. And just when they were at the very bottom, KSI calls out the Paul brothers in a boxing match. The Paul brothers accepted the challenge. Logan was set to fight KSI, and Jake was going to fight KSI's younger brother, Deji. This fight was named the biggest event in internet history. Months of promotion and trash talk hyped up the fight. Jake Paul ended up beating Deji in the 5th round. Logan and KSI's fight went all the way to the end, with the judges declaring the fight
a majority draw. It's a draw. Let's hear it for both.
Despite the YouTubers being upset with the judges' outcome, the event garnered 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, making it the largest non-professional boxing match of all time. KSI and Logan decided to do a rematch, but this time they did it in the United States at a sold-out Staples Center with an actual promoter and celebrities like Justin Bieber and Post Malone attending. In the end, KSI ended up beating Logan, but this is what Logan had to say about it.
Although we lost tonight, this doesn't feel like an L to me. This just opens up as many doors as I want in my life, just like everything else.
And honestly, that's exactly what it did. It opened the door for the Paul brothers to dominate the world of boxing. Jake and Logan are the most talked about boxers on the planet right now, and they are making millions of dollars. Jake most recently knocked out Ben Askren. This fight got 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, making it the 10th most bought boxing match in history, generating $75 million. And Logan Paul is about to fight Floyd Mayweather, where he's hoping to make $20 million.
Can you walk away with $20 million doing this fight?
I could. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
incredible.
I think I will actually.
And he's probably not gonna beat Floyd, but either way, he wins. The Paul brothers spent time and actually got good at the sport, but that doesn't explain how these YouTubers were able to make millions from boxing. There's plenty of other people that are better boxers than them. So I wanna break down the secret behind their success. Okay, first, I wanna show you how Jake and Logan and most YouTubers make their money. All of their revenue streams can be broken up into a pie like this, with 4 slices. On the left side, we have business to business, and on the right side, we have business to consumer. In the first slice, we have AdSense, which is when YouTube pays you to run ads on your videos. Next, we have brand deals, which is when a company pays you to advertise their product or their service. The left side of the pie is great, but things get very, very lucrative on the right side, because most creators have a group of fans that will buy their product or service no matter what it is. For the first slice, we have merch, which is like Logan's Maverick clothing line, which he said he made $3 million in 3 days from. But things get really interesting on the last slice of the pie, paid content. A lot of YouTubers take advantage of this by having a Patreon where you have to pay to get access to exclusive content, or they'll do a live show like stand-up or concert. However, the Paul brothers discovered something. Boxing is the ultimate form of paid content, and I'm gonna explain why. The first reason is that boxing has a pay-per-view model, and a pretty high-priced one at that. Now, of course, Jake and Logan don't get all of that money, but something great about this format is that it can be infinitely scaled. There's no limit on the number of sales that they do, and there isn't extra work to get more purchases. This is a major pro compared to something like merch, where there's a supply chain that you have to manage, and the more sales that you do, the more work you have. Another major pro of boxing is its simplicity. Some live events like stand-up can be difficult for a new viewer to understand and enjoy it, but most people understand somebody getting punched in the face. This just creates a low barrier of entry for somebody who's new to the sport to actually enjoy it. And because of this, the fight can be incredibly easy to market. Like, there are so many memes that come out of boxing that just take over the internet and do so much promotion for practically free. Every great and compelling story has high stakes. If the hero fails at their mission, then they have to face consequences. That's what makes any good story worth watching. And boxing probably has the highest stakes possible. At literally any moment, you could get knocked out and suffer serious consequences. Which leads to the final point, FOMO. Fear of missing out. Most paid content like stand-ups, courses, and everything else can be replicated, but boxing can't. It only happens once, and Because of this, people don't want to be the ones to miss out on Jake Paul knocking out Nate Robinson or Ben Askren. This is one of the most powerful things behind the boxing format. Boxing, at the end of the day, is entertainment, and the Paul brothers excel at this. But there's something that is unique about the Paul brothers that is the key to their boxing success and the reason they're able to make so much money from the sport. A good way to imagine a creator or influencer's audience is to picture an island like this. I got this analogy from the YouTube channel Colin and Samir, so definitely go check them out. On this island, you have all of the influencer's fans, followers, and subscribers. The creator owns the bridge to this island, and businesses can pay the creator to use the bridge to promote their products, or the creator can create their own products and services and promote them through the bridge. But what's incredibly unique and powerful about the Paul Brothers Island is the fact that they know how to utilize their haters.
The army of haters and Logan Paul naysayers is my army. I control them. They don't even know it, which is why it's so good. It's such a subconscious puppeteering of a large group of people knowing that they thrive on Logan Paul type negativity. I'm literally banking my entire career on them.
Jake and Logan know how to use their haters to their advantage. They've been doing it for years. But in a sport like boxing, this is incredibly powerful.
Bro, you do the marketing for us, you do the promo for us. The amount of earned media that I got because of this clip, hundreds of thousands of dollars for free because of the haters.
Logan is great at it, but Jake is an expert. He knows how to get under people's skin and get them so invested that they just want to see him fight and lose so bad that they would pay anything to see it happen. This is incredibly similar to Conor McGregor's strategy, and he was the highest paid athlete this year. It's so easy for us to start hating something compared to loving something. And Jake Paul takes advantage of this. In today's digital age, attention is like gold. You can love Jake and Logan Paul, or you can hate them. Either way, you're talking about them. To be honest, I really do think that this is just the beginning of Jake and Logan's boxing career. And of course, people are gonna say that this isn't real boxing. But creators in the creator economy continue to revolutionize the way things are done. A lot of people will ask if this is good for the sport, and it seems like Floyd and Mike Tyson think it is. So I think absolutely yes, it's good for the sport. But let me know if you think this transformation is good for the sport or not in the comments below. And let me know a creator that you'd like to see get into the sport of boxing. I think Mr. Beast would be pretty interesting. All right, y'all, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.